Oh Lord, open our ears that we can be faithful to what you say and not deviate to the right or to the left. That's it. That's what God requires. Just do that. Oh Lord, open our ears that we can be faithful to what you say and not deviate to the right or
How can we show we love you? You're a God who reigns forever. I'm talking forever. With your hands made the angels and made us too. How can we show we love you when you sit so high above? Yet you made the sun for us, and the wind and sea always obey your every word. It's never a second guess, and every hour spent is a gift to us that we could never repay. And I can hear your voice say, simply obey, obey, obey. In return, that's all I ask. In return, simply obey, obey, obey. In return, that's all I ask. How can we show we love you when you reign forever? Every mountain knows your name. Hold it all together with a fraction of your grace. You control the time, and nothing is out of place. And every star in space is in your hand. We obey.
All right, good evening, good evening. Welcome, welcome, welcome all. I hope you all are having an awesome night. It's good to see you all. I see everyone is
in the background.
Okay. Got some background. Can y'all hear me okay?
Yeah, there we go.
What's up, bro? Hey man. It's good to see you all. We're trying to get all this technology together. As much as we've been on Zoom, we think we have it down by now, but we all should be good. We are streaming live via YouTube tonight, our YouTube channel, Crew Yam. We are streaming live, so feel free to send the link out to your networks. But again, it's a good day. It's a good day because we're alive. And so we are back at Open Mic Night to do nothing else but to receive tonight spiritual refreshment. And we have return guest, my brother, good friend of mine, Darius Williams. He's in the building, and so we get to know him just a little bit. And so, what I want to do, I want to start off tonight And it's good to see again the home team here, Sister Montgomery, San, Carlotta. And for those that will tune in, we'll come on in here shortly. But I'm so glad that you all are doing well. And if you will, would you like to please take yourself off mute and say hello to each other? It's good to see you all. Haven't seen y'all since last week.
I see that baby's hand down there, Kadarius.
Yeah, yeah, here he is. Tell him, hey, big guy.
Deuce.
Oh.
Tell him, hey. Say hey. Say it. Say what's up, Uncle Tom.
Looking like both mama and daddy tonight. Looking good, man. How you doing, buddy? Hey, buddy. There we go. Getting big. You hanging out with daddy tonight?
Hanging out with daddy. Mama gonna be walking through the door in a little bit.
Okay.
So y'all said something. What you say?
I said, so if you act funny, you got your own amen right there.
I got my amen right here. But since I'm already off mute, I'll go ahead and introduce myself. I'm Cordarius. Me and Thomas are good friends. Have been for maybe about five or so years now, or whatever. Maybe a little bit longer, maybe a little bit less. I don't know. But anyway, so I'm glad that I got the invite again. I'm ecstatic. And this is my little man Deuce, Cordarius II. So.
Awesome. Good to have you on, my brother. We get to know him. I'm going to briefly introduce Cordarius tonight to you all. And so this is Montgomery. It's good to see you on. How you doing tonight? Hope you're doing well. Carlotta's on. Hey, Carlotta.
Hello, everyone. I hope you all are doing great tonight.
Yes, we are. Would you mind telling the folks where you're from?
It's complicated, Thomas.
Come on now.
I was born in Memphis, Tennessee. I moved to Mississippi, and now I am in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. But yeah, that's
Awesome.
where I'm from.
One of our new faces here at the crew. She's joined us, and she's doing great work. She's actually my coworker as well, and so it's always good to connect with folks outside the walls of the church and meet like-minded individuals. And so thank you again, Carlotta, for being a part of this. San, how you doing tonight? San is my technology guru. She keeps me encouraged. How you doing tonight? You doing okay?
I am well. Hope everyone's well. My name is San. I'm originally from the East Coast. I reside in Texas, in the DFW area, and I'm happy to be here, y'all.
Bet. Awesome. So glad to have you on. Appreciate your high spirit. All right. I see a name on iPhone, but whoever you are, would you kindly remove yourself off mute and introduce yourself, or you may use the chat feature? I think I may know who it is. If not, that's fine. I said hello in the chat, so it's good to have you. We'll get.
I think that's Senior.
You think of who?
Senior, your daddy.
Oh, Pops. Okay. What's up, Pops? I think if I'm correct, it may be Pops. Yeah. So he's on. It's always good to have him. So we're gonna go ahead and get it started. What I'm gonna do, I'm going to want to start off with some announcements here at the crew, some reminders, and get that out the way, and then we're gonna dive in for our talk tonight. And so San, one of our crew members, is going to read our announcements for us. She's been doing a great job doing this for the past few months. And so let's give her time. I'm going to share my screen so that you can kind of get a visual of what's going on here at the crew and what God is doing here at the City View Church of Christ as a whole. So San.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Open Mic Night. To all of our visitors, we are so glad you decided to join us, and we do not take it for granted. All first-time guests, please fill out the Crew Connect form located in the Zoom chat. We love to get to know you and include you in our updates. Have you filled out your crew membership form? In order to track your membership, please fill out the crew membership form in the Zoom chat. Are you looking for a place to worship this Sunday? Join the City View Church for in-person worship this Sunday, June 20th. Worship will begin at 9:15 a.m. The address is 2930 South Peachtree Road, Balch Springs, Texas. We will social distance in the building and masks are required. Please contact Thomas for more information. And his cell number is, let me give it out, Brother Warren. Okay. Yes? Is that a yes? Okay. 469-422-2298. And that concludes our announcements.
Absolutely. So yes, one quick edit in that. I apologize, saying our in-person worship will be this Sunday, July the 11th. July the 11th, we'll meet back up in person for Sunday morning worship. So if you do not have a church home, or if you do have a church home, would like to take a visit, please come check us out. Our address has been presented to you. We look forward to having you. We're a loving church. We'll greet you in a safe way, abiding by all CDC guidelines. But we'll be glad to worship all together on this Sunday. So thank you so much again, Stan, and again for all the visitors. We thank you for being a part of this. If you don't mind, you can fill out that Zoom, the Google Doc form in the Zoom chat. If this is your first time here, we love to get to know you and connect with you here and beyond. So tonight we have another powerful, life-changing message in store for all of us. Again, we have Cordarius Williams joining us from Colorado, and I'm very excited for what God has laid on his heart. Like you mentioned in the beginning, we go way back. Both of our roots started in the church, and God has shown us, taken us through some things. And I've heard him speak before, and he's very raw, transparent, and relevant to the people that he speaks to. And so tonight, my hope and prayer is that you come in with the day off of you and open and ready to receive what God has to say through Cordarius, and be open to share and have a healthy dialogue on tonight. But I want to kind of give you the purpose and get you the reason why tonight's topic is relevant and why we all should be taking heed to this information. I want to help you all develop a fearless mindset and fully walk through uncharted waters and roads in your life, right? For the past few weeks, the media has really been building and encouraging a lot of fear in people. And admittedly so, it's easy to get caught up in the emotion and excitement. And so there's something very important to remember in the midst of all of that, however, is that God is in control. You ought to say that to yourself. God is in control. And what's more, we're clearly told in the Bible a lot of times that God has not given us a spirit of fear, right? In 1 Timothy. So if you are feeling afraid tonight, if you're feeling nervous or apprehensive about the future, I want you to consider this message as a reminder to kick down the hurdles life throws at you. And you ought to say that to yourself. I'm going to kick down the hurdles. I'm going to kick down the hurdles. So I don't know what your week looked like. I know many of us that have not had great days just this week, but tonight is Thursday. This is the time we get to come together with no bad spirits, nobody trying to lock us down, but to allow all of us to create a peer community among like-minded individuals or individuals that are unsure about their walk in this life, and that's all of us. And so tonight, I'm very pleased to welcome back my good friend Cordarius Williams at Open Mic Night tonight. I'm going to allow him to introduce himself to you all and let him get started with his devotion tonight. And so I'm going to ask that you please devote your full attention. If you're in a place where you can remove the camera and put yourself on live camera and fully be engaged, I encourage you to do so. I empower you to do so that we are all on one accord and ready to hear what God has to say to us on tonight. So at this time, let us give Cordarius a warm welcome, a hand clap, and let's welcome him to Open Mic Night. Cordarius, my brother. Welcome. What's going on? It's been a while, but yes, sir. Yes, sir. How you holding up, man?
Hey, I would echo what Thomas said. If y'all got, if y'all in a place where you can cut your cameras on, I was gonna say for two reasons, but obviously these are two reasons I would say. For the fellas, I would say if you got a nice fade, let me see it. But Thomas is bald, so for the ladies, I'm gonna say if your edge is laid, your hair done, got whatever the case may be, go cut the cameras on so that way I can see you smile. Like Thomas said, I'm super interactive, and I just like to talk. And so Thomas, thank you for inviting me again. Y'all, I'm gonna tell you, if you were here for the first time, which I only think it was 2 people, to my recollection, 2 of you that were here the first time I spoke. I was going through like a month. Like I just moved to Colorado in November. This was February when I spoke. I think maybe like February 8th or something like that. Maybe, well, no, I don't know. But anyway, and so it was February, y'all. Like I ain't gonna say I was broke because I had a roof over my head. We had groceries in the refrigerator or whatever, but that's it. Like, you know, I didn't have enough money for the extra tank of gas that you don't budget for, you know, and things of that nature. And like Thomas said, I'm super transparent. But that month, my check, I just moved to Colorado. I just started working. I went 2 months without a job up here when I moved. So I just started working in January, February, and I'm a teacher. So, you know, pay is not great, but I love what I do. Anyway, so I got my first full paycheck up here, and it was $400 short of my budget. $400 short on my budget. Oh, that's significant. Like, I didn't know what I was going to do. Let me tell you how God blessed me. He blessed me. I performed a wedding that month. That was $300. And then I talked for Thomas that month, and I wasn't even expecting anything. And I may get in trouble for saying it. I apologize, Thomas, or whatever. But, and I, you know, so, and Thomas, he just sent me 100 or whatever. I'm transparent. If I get Thomas in trouble for that, I'm sorry. But so if you can add 300 from the wedding and 100 for speaking for this, or just support from Thomas, that's $400. So the $400 that I was short, God blessed me and helped cover that month. And so that's one of my testimonies since I've been here in Colorado. And I say all of that just to thank Thomas for his support, to thank Thomas for everything that he has done for me as a friend. Again, Thomas, if I got you in trouble by saying that, you know, forgive me. But
Got it, Doc. You got it.
all right, so y'all, that's my testimony. God has just been great. He's been too good to me for me to hold this stuff inside of me. So that's why I'm glad to be speaking here tonight for Open Mic Night. And I hope that there are things that I say that may inspire you, that may help you out. You may see me look off. Well, my wife's here. She got the kid now. But I'm thinking. So if you see me look off, it's because I'm thinking, not now or whatever. But needless to say, so let me go ahead and get started. I mean, y'all saw the picture. Y'all, he said I can introduce myself. So let me back up. I have a beautiful wife. Y'all saw her on the flyer. I have a beautiful young son. Y'all saw him on the flyer, and you saw him just a second ago or whatever. Thomas pulling it up for me. So that's when he had all of his hair on his head. We decided to start over because I'm trying to take care of him. I'm trying to fashion it, you know, a certain way. But anyway, so that's my son. He's 2 years old at this time. In this picture, he was this was maybe December, so he was 1 year and like 8 months, something like that. So he's 2 years. His birthday is in April or whatever. His name is Cordarius II. And of course, as you can tell by his face, that's his beautiful mom, because he looks like her too. But he looked like me too now. He looked like me. But anyway, so that's his mama. We've been married for... No, I'm just playing. We've been married for 6 years or whatever. 6 happy years. We're working on 7. Got married at a young age or whatever, and I'm enjoying it. If I could go back, I'd do it all over again with the same person. So, so that's my wife there. So, y'all, I'm a teacher and a coach by profession. I teach 6th through 8th grade math, and I coach 6th grade through 12th grade. And so I love what I do. I love changing kids' lives, and so yeah, that's, if y'all got questions at the end about why I'm in Colorado and stuff like that, y'all can ask it. If not, you know, I'm not gonna go down it. But Thomas, I'm ready to share my screen now or whatever. And so I want to go ahead and get started. I was struggling with what I wanted to talk to you all about.
I think he froze.
I think so too. That they were trying to mess with us. We're gonna get it going. But Cordarius will come on in. I think his video froze for us. But it's good to see y'all. I see some new faces coming on in. I see Elise Collins. I want to acknowledge her. She is a member of the Missouri City Church of Christ, Mo City, where George Michael Williams is the minister. Elise, so good to have you. Do you have anything you'd like to say?
I'm just glad to be here amongst other Christians and things like that.
At least I graduated from Willow Ridge High School in the year 2000. I was part of the marching band, Willow Ridge marching band.
Yes. Yeah, I went to Elkins. My friends went to Willow Ridge, but I went to Elkins.
That's it. Yes, that's a coincidence too, because my best friend she went to Elkins, and I was
Yes.
look. At least 50 pounds ago, I was on the drill team, on the dance team.
Same, I was out there playing basketball.
wow.
Nice to meet you,
Look at
Alyssa.
here.
Nice to meet you.
Look at here. Small world. Small world. Hey, Cordelius, we were just chopping it up, man. I understand
Already.
technology. You doing okay?
I'm good. I connected
Alright,
to
man.
my hotspot now, so my phone. I'm good now on my phone. I don't know what's up with this Wi-Fi. It just went out. I thought my son unplugged it from the wall. I was about to get ready. Boy, put that back in the wall.
Oh man, not doing it.
Yeah. So
Alright.
I'm sorry about that. So what was the last thing y'all heard?
You was talking about your kids. You were talking about your kids. That's the kids. I'm giving you two. Yeah, you were talking about
Alright,
your family. You have the right to share your screen, Cordelius, and so.
Okay.
uh,
All right. Good deal. All right. So let me share my screen. Kiddo just walked back in here. So y'all might hear him talking as well or whatever. But all right, here we go. Can y'all see my screen? All right. So the topic is broad. It's a broad topic. You know, I had troubles just really I had troubles really narrowing it down. And I almost changed my title yesterday, but I was like, he already made the flyer or whatever. So I'm not even gonna do him like that. Let me kick my son out real fast, y'all. I'm sorry. Hey, go in there with mama, buddy. Hey, go in there with mama. Hello. Mama missed you. She been at work all day. I got to kick down this hurdle of getting my son out the room with me. Hello? No, I'm just kidding. But but anyway, so yes. So I want to talk about kicking down hurdles and living life unapologetically. Thomas was asking me, he was like, hey man, what word do you want to use? What title? I said, bro, I really don't know. I sent him 3 options that I could have used for this or whatever. He said, if you could narrow it down to one word, what would I said, bro, I don't know. I said, I don't know, maybe what I say, self-esteem or self-image or what I say, Thomas? Say self.
I had to pull up the archives, man. But you
Man,
said
it's all good.
self-esteem. Yeah, you gave me a list of them. They're all good. I just said let the Lord use you.
Yeah. So I want to go ahead and get started talking about this because I don't want to hold you long. So talking about life hurdles and mistakes, and y'all, I don't have any fancy, letters behind my name or anything like that. I don't have any clues or any way to get ahead in the stock market or anything. I'm just a simple man that's been empowered by God, that has a message on my heart that I pray that it just helps you all out. So when we're talking about life hurdles and mistakes, I thought that I should start this by talking about what the hurdle definition is. And I think we all know what hurdles are. Hurdles can, for me, I want to define it as anxiety. Y'all, I go through anxiety. It is what it is. And some days it's not easy for me or whatever. It just is what it is. Some days are easier than others. Some days are harder. I went through a little depression, but not really depression. And but hurdles may be obesity. It may be no job. It may be your dating life. It may be your marriage. It may be work life. There's a lot of things that you can define. So what as a hurdle? So what I want you all to do for me right now is I want you to take about 5-10 seconds, maybe 5 to 10 seconds to think about what your hurdle is. And you may have a lot of hurdles. All right. I know I got more than one hurdle. You may have something that's, I don't know. So take about 10 seconds to think about something. What is your hurdle? Somebody broke up with you. You just got fired. This. And I want you to think about that today as I talk to you. And I also want to talk about mistakes. Mistakes can be seen as hurdles as well. Mistakes, how I define it, are things that's your fault, things that you do that's your fault. And I put that in here to talk to me. Whenever I talk to people, I never talk to people without talking to me first. I'm big on mistakes. I hate making mistakes. Like if there was a typo in this right now, I would really be mad at myself. That's just the type of person I am. And I look over it and it's crazy because I still manage to have at least one typo. Like, and it just irritates me so bad. So I want to talk about life, hurdles, and mistakes today. So life and hurdles, second bullet point there. Life and hurdles, they go hand in hand. Like you can't separate life from hurdles. And I'm talking to myself because one thing that I like to do is I like to say, well, I don't want hurdles in my life. Like I just want my life to be like a street paved with gold. Like I want the perfect wife. I want the perfect son. I want the perfect job. Like I don't want any hurdles. I don't want to go through a cancer diagnosis. I don't want to go through anxiety. I don't want to go through any of this. Like, right? Am I the only one that feel like that? But they go hand in hand. Stop fighting. Like they go, you are going to be broken up with. Like can I talk to somebody today? You and your spouse are going to argue. That it's going to happen. Okay. So stop trying to divorce your life from your hurdles because you and your boss is gonna get into it. So anyway, let me keep reading because I said I wasn't gonna be long. So you can either choose to separate your hurdles. You can choose to separate your hurdles, or you can choose to embrace hurdles as a part of your life. All right. So you can choose to separate your hurdles, or you can choose to embrace your hurdles as a part of life. And let me tell you, one thing that I'm learning up here in Colorado is I'm learning to embrace the hurdles as a part of life. Life becomes a lot easier when you accept hurdles come with it. When you and I may say things like mistakes, or I may say things like circumstances. All of those words are synonymous. So you got to understand to accept life circumstances, and you got to keep on pushing and keep on moving. So when I talk about mistakes, and if I say something, I know y'all are muted, but if I say something that like just feels good in your spirit, just snap your fingers for me to let me know that you feel it in your spirit. So let me know. I'm very interactive. All right, I'm a teacher and I do this for a living, talk on Zoom. So y'all just snap for me or whatever, so I can make sure I'm talking to somebody. Right. Anyway, so mistakes are things that you mess up. Mistakes may be something like if I argue with my wife and I say something that I know I had no business saying. That's something that I did. A mistake may be that I got let go from my job because I counted the money wrong, or I got let go from my job because I breached the code of ethics, right? That's my fault. That's a mistake. Or a wreck, knock on wood. That's a mistake. Now I'm gonna drop my first dime on you. So if you're taking notes, if you're writing it down, that's great. I understand it. A lot of people journal, some people don't. Some of this stuff you'll use it. Some of this stuff you'll lose it. I want you to take one thing from this tonight, just one. And if I had to choose the one thing that I wanted you to take from this, that is, don't worry about your mistakes. Keep living life. Young man, young woman, you are going to mess up. Can y'all just say that in your spirit right now? You are going to mess up. Stop tripping, all right? Stop tripping and just kick down a hurdle and keep moving. And I was about to talk about life too short, but that's on my next slide. But y'all keep moving. Stop worrying about stuff. And I know, listen, I'm talking to myself. Thomas know, me and Thomas talk weekly about things that that go on in our life. Y'all, stop worrying about it. Stop worrying about your next partner. I promise. I was about to say, I swear. Y'all, I'm going to just be me tonight. Okay? Is that okay? Can I be me tonight? Y'all, I swear to you, life, you're going to find a person for you. Okay, y'all, and I'm talking to myself because when I was 19, I was looking for the one, but I didn't find the one until I got serious with God. But that ain't my message tonight. But when I got serious with God, my wife came in like a knight in shining armor. Yeah, I said that. And I mean, it's been cool, calm, and copacetic since then, like the love of my life. Anyway, so don't worry about those things. You know what I mean? Don't worry about your next job. Like God is going to take, but the problem is, we ain't went through nothing. That's the problem. And so you don't understand. Come on, Salt and Pepper, help me out. You don't understand until you go through stuff. So it's easy for me to tell y'all to stop worrying because I've been through some stuff. And I'm still young and I got a whole lot more to go through. I got married when I was 20. I got a kid that's two years old. You know, I've been through some stuff. Like anyway, so all right. So I got to move on. Yesterday, so Duke's been in Texas for 2.5 months, missed my kids. So we just got back to Colorado about 2 days ago, Tuesday or whatever. And so yesterday was our first full day back in Colorado from picking him up in Texas. So he's potty trained. When he left here, he wasn't potty trained. When he came back, he's potty trained now. So he's a toddler though. Really, kids don't get potty trained to like 3-4 years old or whatever. I mean, but my mama, she said I was potty trained at 1. I don't know what my mama was doing, but it was something magical. But anyway, so he's starting to wear his underwear now. And y'all know, if y'all a babysitter, a niece, a nephew, or if you got kids, grandkids, whatever the case may be, you guys understand that when they first start learning how to pee, they don't pee every time they get up. They don't pee every time. They don't pee in the toilet every time. Y'all understand what I'm saying? So it takes time for them to build up their skills to be able to go use a bathroom like us, right? So yesterday, I had to wash like 2 or 3 times because he peed on our comforter, he peed on our sheets, peed on his clothes, and he did it more than once. And I was about to get frustrated with him. I was about to get frustrated. Cause I'm like, dog, man, that's my water bill, son. That's my water bill. And I was like, Cordarius, pause, stop. This kid don't know. He just living life. He doesn't know the difference from peeing in a toilet to peeing on himself. All he knows is that he's peeing. Like, I had to accept that he is going to pee on himself more than one time. Like that, and he did it like 3 or 4 times yesterday. I'm not over exaggerating. He hadn't done it today. Well, I got a pull up on him. But anyway, so what I had to learn from that is that he is going to mess up. He's going to create a mess. But what I have to do is I have to adjust in order to compensate for his mess, for the mess he makes. So instead of letting him sit on my comforter, I put one of his blankets down. so that way I don't have to wash my sheets or whatever. And instead of having him wear underwear all day, what I do is I do it in shifts. I did it in shifts today. The first part of the morning, he was in underwear. The second part, like the afternoon, he was in pull-ups. And now he was in pull-ups. He was supposed to be in draws now, but he's in a pull-up because I was a little busy getting ready for this and cleaning the kitchen and stuff like that. But the moral of the story is you have to adjust what life is giving you. It's so easy to get mad at mess ups. It's so easy to get mad when you make a mess of yourself. But the lesson I learned from my kid yesterday was to make adjustments for the inevitable. And can I tell y'all something today? It is inevitable that you are going to make a mistake. It is inevitable that you are going to have hurdles in your life that you got to jump. You're going to have to make a decision between what job, whether you want to work at this job or this job. You're going to have to make a decision whether you want to stay in this apartment or this or that apartment, this city or that city. You're going to have those hurdles and mistakes in your life. But what I'm trying to tell you tonight, I'm getting too happy. Let me calm down. What I want to tell you tonight is that you have to adjust. Stop getting mad at yourself. Take it easy. God speaks in patterns. He speaks in numbers. And God told me something 3 times since I've been in Colorado. I'm not going to tell you those instances, but I'll tell you the first one. The first one was when I was in therapy for my anxiety. My therapist told me, she said, be patient with yourself. And I am going to tell you the instances. The second instance was when I was at work. There was one woman who didn't even know me or whatever. She said, hey, Cortez, just be patient with yourself. You're young and etc. I can't remember the third one, actually, but it was the same message. Be patient with yourself. And so I want to impart that on y'all tonight. I want to tell y'all to be patient with yourself. It's okay. You're going to make a mistake. All right. Y'all good? Everybody good? All right. So life is too short. What? My bad. There we go. I was sharing my screen and I couldn't see my cursor. Hold on. Let me adjust that so I could. Here we go. All right, here we go. So life is too short to be stopped by hurdles. Overcome them and be proud of yourself for it. Why do we spend so much time disliking ourselves? Why do we spend so much time beating ourselves up? And I got to change my screen so I can see y'all again. because hold on, I'm trying to get it to where I can see y'all and I can see the words on my screen. So give me a quick second. All right, let me try this. No, that don't work either. Let me just move it to this side then. Hold on, give me a second. Be patient with me. Okay, I'm gonna just, I won't be able to see y'all while I'm sharing my screen, but I'm gonna just hope and trust that you, let me try one more thing. This technology, like, y'all be patient with me, I'm sorry. This technology, I'm trying to figure it out so I can see y'all, because I can't see y'all and my words right now. But I think I may have it figured out. Okay, all right, here we go. All right, so life is too short to be stopped by hurdles, to be stopped by mistakes, to be held down by a hurdle or circumstances, a negative circumstance. Overcome them and be proud of yourself for it. And there was one time when me and my wife, we had a miscarriage before we had our first kid. What if we stopped trying after the first one? No, don't. Yes, those things suck, you know, but it's fine. Be proud and keep on moving. Count your victories. Count your victories, count the small things, and stop beating yourself up all of the time. Does that make sense? Am I good? Like I said, snap at me if y'all good or whatever. And I just, like I said, I just really just want to just be honest with y'all, because if y'all are anything like me, you beat yourself up over the smallest thing. And some of y'all are not like me, and I applaud y'all, and I aspire to have that characteristic that y'all have. And it's because that's a good characteristic to have. But for me, y'all, for every little thing, I'm like, all right, God, you know how God, well, I must have done something wrong for this to happen. God don't work like that. He doesn't work like that, y'all. That's called life. Life happened. So just, y'all, I said I'm gonna be myself. So put your big girl panties on and just move on. Thomas, you too. Like, just move on. Like, and just keep on moving. Be proud of yourself. You are fearfully and wonderfully made in the image of God. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. But I'm not preaching tonight. I'm just inspiring you. We're just chilling tonight. And I just want you guys to be proud of yourselves for who God created you for. Yesterday, I was sitting and this epiphany came up as I was thinking about this. You're going to make mistakes. Stop living life trying not to make mistakes. That's me. Yeah, I try to live my life trying to avoid mistakes. I don't want this to happen, so let me do this. Let me tell y'all something. You gonna make, I'm gonna say it 50 more times. I done already said it 50 times. You're going to make a mistake. So let me help you out. Let me take some of the stress off of your plate. And if you don't take anything from me today, take this quote from me. Take a picture of it with your phone. You're going to make mistakes. Stop living your life trying not to make mistakes. Stop living. Now, I'm not saying don't make the best decision. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is that even if you do make the best decision, there's still a mistake coming after that best decision. Something's still going to happen. Like, stop trying to be perfect all of the time. Like, and I'm talking to myself. When you make a mistake, you learn from it and you keep on moving. You keep on pushing. Don't beat yourself up over it. Don't go into a battle of anxiety because of it. Don't go through depression. Don't overeat and stuff like that because you made the wrong decision or because hurdles or something like that came up. Y'all, stop tripping on yourself and understand that God created you for a purpose, and live your best Black life. Can I say that again? Live your best Black life. Live your best white life, your best Hispanic life, your best Asian life. I don't discriminate, okay? Live your life, y'all. I moved to Colorado on faith. I don't care. Like, I'll move to New York if I have to. Y'all, I am young. I am 27. I will get it together. Y'all, live your life. Life is too short to live most of your life worrying. Live most of your life living. Y'all ready for a paradox? Stop living the dead life. That's a paradox. Stop living a dead life. You're alive, but in your spirit, you're numb. You're dead to it. Travel. Now, pay your bills, save your money, build up for generational wealth. Y'all understand what I'm saying? But live your life. Live it. Live it. YOLO. You only live once. Live it responsibly. So tips to live by. Y'all, yeah, tips to live by. 3 of them. All right, 3 of them. So number 1, this is what helps me. Y'all, a month ago, I was telling Thomas how anxiety was kicking my kicking my tail, and now a month later, I've created tips and habits for me to live my life, and you have to have a set thing that you go to every day. I don't know who I'm talking to. I know I'm talking to me, and I know I'm talking to my bro. Every day I have to tell myself that I am a strong man. Every day I have to tell my son that he's amazing. But I got to speak life into myself. I got to tell myself that I'm handsome. I got to tell myself that I'm a good husband, that I'm a good father, that I'm a good teacher. I got to tell myself that daily. Because if I don't, I'm going to get down on myself. I got to tell myself that I'm inspiring people. I got to tell myself that I got one of the most important professions in the world right now. Like, I have to tell myself that every day. Y'all, I read books. All right. So if you're going through obesity, anxiety, depression, mental health, read a book. Y'all, it's valuable information in there. They put information in books back then that Black people wouldn't read. That's how they kept stuff away from us. Let me tell y'all, knowledge is power, y'all. Y'all got to get in those books, and you got to read those books. All right, read those books. Help yourselves out. Take life one day at a time. This is a tip that I live by. I can't worry about 2 days, Thomas. I can't worry about them. I can't worry about it. And I mean a greater worry. It's the difference having your ducks in a row to worry. So don't misunderstand what I'm saying. Have your stuff together. You know what I want to say. Have your stuff together, and just go live life one day at a time. All right. Stop worrying about it. Make sure it's lined up. God don't take care of the rest. Can I tell you something? I don't worry about job. God has been too good to me. And excuse me as I get happy. In February, like I shared with y'all at the beginning, I was $400 short. I was worried about that. Let me tell you, I know now that when I give it to God, He's gonna take care of it. There was nobody but God who helped me get that extra 400. Nobody but God. And my mom sent me 500, and I didn't have to pay her back. Y'all not feeling it. You're not feeling it. All I needed was 400, but God doubled what I needed. When I give it to God. And so what I'm telling you guys right now is that stop worrying and giving over to God. And it's easier said than done. I know that. I've been through it. That's why I'm telling you how to get over it. You got to live your life one day at a time. Don't live it in reverse. Don't live it in fast forward. Live it one day at a time. And it's not cliche. God is telling me to squat on this point for a little bit, because there's somebody here that's worrying about tomorrow. Y'all, every time that I needed something, God provided. When I look back, I see it. When I'm going through it, I don't. But now I make a promise that when I go through it, I'm going to see it. I'm going to see it now. I'm going to see it now. Let me move on, Thomas. The second thing that I understand is that who do you have in your circle? All right. I go through anxiety, so it's important for me to have someone else in my circle that go through anxiety. So what we do is we check we check up on one another. Hey, bro, how you doing today? Let me tell you something. Thomas is really one of the only people on this earth that asks me, how am I doing today? No, I mean, my other friends that don't go through anxiety say they don't know how important that is for me to have that question. Y'all understand what I'm saying? I don't know what you're going through. I'm just talking about anxiety because that's what I go through. All right. So again, whatever your hurdle is, put it in there and just, substitute stuff. You need people that's going to elevate you. Now you need people, everybody in your circle may not be going through anxiety, but I'm saying you just need at least one person who can pick you up when you're down, who you can have conversations with, who can talk to you, you know what I mean, y'all? You need that one person you can relate to. You cannot do bad all by yourself. Let me say it again to my single mamas. You cannot do bad all by yourself. All right. When God created the world, He said one thing was bad. Y'all know what that is? He said, it is not good for man to be alone. Let me tell you something. Find you somebody that can pick you up when you're down, because you are not invincible. boo-boo. You are not invincible. And I want to tell you guys that. I don't care how strong you are. I don't care how independent you are. People look at me and they think that I'm a headstrong. I'm a good speaker. I'm not bragging. I'm just stating the facts. I'm a good speaker. I'm married. I got a kid. Like, people look at me and they say, oh, he don't need help. No, just bull crap. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Everybody need it. I don't care how strong you are. My mom raised 3 kids by herself and she still need help. Did y'all hear me this day? I was about to say this morning. Did y'all hear me? Like, anyway, I got to move on. Who you talk to about your life matters. You can't talk to people about anxiety. Y'all know what somebody asked me because they don't know about anxiety. I said, I think in my mind, if something bad happens, everything is my fault. So that's just how I think. If I'm a part of it and something bad, it's my fault. That's what I think. Somebody said, well, ain't that narcissism? I was like, what? I'm like, no, but I can't hold that against him because they don't understand anxiety. All right, y'all understand what I'm saying? You got to be careful who you talk to about your problems because everybody's not going to know how to build you up. I hold this friend in high regard, the one that said, in very high regard, but anyway. So, yeah, number 3, know your life expectations. What do you expect from life? I fear that a lot of us go through life not expecting things. I got to hurry up. I'm almost finished. So y'all go through life not expecting things and y'all just go through life. No, you got to have expectations. So I want to talk to y'all for a second. So here y'all see this chart. Excuse me. Y'all see this chart, expectations versus reality. And I'm going to take a pause. If y'all got questions, just write them down. We'll talk at the end a little bit. All right, is that cool? Yeah, we'll talk at the end if y'all got questions. There's so much that I want to tell y'all tonight. And I appreciate Thomas because February, that was the first time I could share my testimony. And now in July, that was the first time in February. July is the second time that I'm able to just speak freely, like in each circumstance for the first time. Does that make sense? In February, that was my first time being open. And in July, this is my first time being open about the good things. All right, so y'all, so tonight, okay, all right, we good. I told y'all I like to talk. Anyway, so so expectations versus reality. Again, y'all take a picture of this because this is something that I've lived. Me and my wife, we have 5 domains in our marriage. We got communication, we have finances, we have sex, we got roles and responsibilities, and we got expectations. They're in no particular order. These 4 are in no particular order, but communication comes first. But the rest of the 4, they just come as they may. But expectations are one of the 5 pillars of our marriage, meaning that if we get all 5 of these pillars great, we're going to have a great marriage. All right. So anyway, expectations in your life are super important. Okay. And I want you guys to understand that. So a lot of times you pair expectation with reality. All right. Expectation is the red line. Reality is the black line. So a lot of times your expectations are greater than what reality is. All right. So in between, you see all of that blue space. In between expectation and reality, you got worry. So you were expecting to get paid $28 an hour, but in reality, you're only getting paid $24 an hour. Now you're worrying about how you're going to pay your bills. All right. Y'all following me? Y'all with me? All right. So you got new jobs. Now you're worrying about a new job because you laid off because you got this expectation to be the CEO for a Fortune 500 company, but in reality, that ain't gonna happen. All right, so you're worried about that. You self-harm yourself. You inflict harm on yourself because your expectations don't line up with reality. You start overeating. You stop dating. You are depressed now because your expectations don't line up with reality. And let me tell y'all something. Your expectations will never line up to reality. Instead of running away from it, embrace it. Like I said earlier, embrace the fact that your expectations, I hope they're higher than what reality is. If they're lower, talk to me at the end so we can kind of, seriously, like, so we can kind of, I'll help you out. I'll tell you guys what I'm doing. Like, y'all swear I drank coffee before this and I didn't. I'm just happy about everything. So, so you guys got to understand, embrace the middle. Embrace your worry. Stop beating yourself up, Thomas, because you worry. I'm not saying you do. I'm just calling your name. Stop beating yourself up. I can't see names, so your name is the only name that I know. Carlita, I think it's Carlita. Carlita, stop beating yourself up. You know, don't be because you're depressed. Embrace it. Embrace it. It's okay that you go through depression. Let me talk to you. That is, oh, y'all, if I'm standing up, I start jumping right now. It's okay if you go through anxiety. It's okay if you're obese, y'all. That is okay. Embrace it and get better. Stop sitting in your own pee, for lack of a better word. Stop sitting in your own mess. Stop sulking in that stuff, y'all. Because the more you sulk in it, the more you're going to stink. And don't nobody want to be around a stinky person. Woo-wee. Don't nobody want to be around you if you stink. Y'all understand? Y'all understand what I'm saying? Flow with the analogy here, please. So you stop sitting in it. And I know it's easier said than done. That's why I just gave you 3 tips. Y'all embrace it and get better. Read a book. Y'all, I moved to Colorado because I was tired of East Texas. Y'all, some say it was rash. Some say it was premature. I don't care. I'm 27. Since I've been up here, Thomas, I'm halfway out of my debt besides my student loans. So God is doing great things up here. Do you hear me? I found a therapist, Thomas. I wouldn't have found a therapist in Marshall. Y'all, so it's in Texas, people think therapy is wrong, but up here in Colorado, people talk about it. People say, "Oh, are you in it? Or do you see a counselor? Do you see?" I wouldn't have done that in Texas, y'all. Do you hear me? Like, I want you guys to understand that. So I'm embracing this. I'm embracing my anxiety. Yes, I have anxiety. I normalize my anxiety, and I got to keep moving because I said I was almost done 5 minutes ago. And now I'm serious. I'm almost done. So I got to keep moving. All right. Y'all good? Y'all good? All right. All right. Here we go. So in between expectations and reality is let down. Okay. And so when that happens, you got 2 options. You can either lower your expectations or change your reality. All right. Let me be honest with you. The easiest thing to do is to lower your expectations. All right. So what I mean by lower your expectations, if your expectations are causing you to mope, adjust your expectations. If you're trying to go into a relationship, but you want your man to be godly, you want your man to have a 6-figure income, you want your man to drive a Tesla or Audi or BMW, something foreign. I know Tesla ain't foreign, but something foreign. You got all of these expectations, but you can't find Mr. Right. Let me tell you something, sweetie. You may got to lower your expectations. And that's not to say that you get a deadbeat. That ain't what I'm saying. I'm just saying, but maybe your expectations are too high for reality. There's only one Cordarius in this world and he's taken. I'm just kidding. I'm just playing. I'm just. You can't have me. I'm just playing. I kid. I'm serious. But you understand what I'm saying. So.
I'm in trouble tonight, man. You don't get in trouble. You know this is on YouTube. This for sure gonna be on YouTube.
ain't gonna get in trouble. So seriously, y'all, what you make the best decision for your life. For me, I'll never lower my expectations. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to elevate my reality. That's what I'm gonna do. My expectations are gonna always be higher than reality. Always. Right now, I only have my bachelor's degree. That's reality. My expectation is for me to get my master's degree. Are y'all following me? I'm never going to drop that expectation. But right now, in between, I'm helping my wife get through college and stuff like that. So I got to put that on pause. So y'all understand what I'm saying? I'm trying to come up with another example, but I think y'all get it. Like right now, I want to have saved up in my bank account. I want to have at least 5 figures saved up in my bank account. You know, at least $10,000 or more saved. I don't got it. I barely got 4. I don't even got 4 if I'm being honest. I don't have any money. But that's reality. But my expectation is in a few years I will. When my wife graduates college, we're gonna be balling. Like when I get my master's, we balling. Like, hear me. I know it's coming. In about 3 years, it's coming. We both gonna be on 6-figure incomes. So y'all don't feel it. Right now, we on 5-figure incomes. But in 3 years, we both gonna be on 6-figure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 3 numbers in front of the decimal. All right, do y'all hear me? Our check's gonna be 2, 0, 0, 0, 0. Y'all understand 0. Anyway, so that's my expectation. But reality is I gotta sit right here in reality, and I gotta embrace the in-between. All right, I have to embrace the in-between. All right, are y'all following me? All right, I swear I'm almost finished. All right. So what is the take home point? I got 3 of them. 3 take home. If you ain't got nothing else from me tonight, number 1, I want you to live your life unapologetically. Black man, Black woman, be you in your own skin. You are you, and you cannot change it. You can't change it. The only thing you can change about you, there are things that you can change. You can get in the gym, you can work out, you can read books, you can better your anxiety. That ain't the domain that I'm talking about. You can't change you. I used to apologize after I preach because what I say, I'm very candid and I'm very blunt. And a lot of people, I'm tactful with it though. I'm tactful with it, but people still are fickle and fragile, and they get offended with stuff that I say sometimes. So instead of apologizing for it, I'm not apologizing for that no more, because I am who I am. And if you got a problem with something that I say, we can talk about it as adults without arguing, without getting offended, and we can move on. But, oh, that's good. Y'all, I told y'all I'm talking to myself. What I'm learning is I'm living my life unapologetically. I don't care who got a problem with it. Do you hear me this evening? If you got a problem with it, you don't need to be in my circle. Live your life unapologetically. You are who you are. Your blessings will come. You got to embrace the in-between. Be patient with yourself. These are all nuggets that I've been throwing y'all tonight. So I hope y'all taking at least one of them. All right, number 2, conquer your life. Conquer your life. Thomas, what city you stay in?
Garland.
What city I stay in?
Colorado.
That's a state.
No, I don't know what city you live in.
Denver.
I just messed with you, Denver.
How about that? I hope you just messing with me. Now, if you,
I just wanted to wake you up. Yeah, Denver.
I feel you. We'll say that. So I stay in Denver. I moved here in November. Oh, y'all hear those rhymes? So anyway, and Thomas stays in Garland. And there may be a chance to where me and my wife, we move to Garland. He didn't know that. That's why I'm saying it tonight. And I don't know when. I don't know how. But it's on my spirit. And that's what God is speaking to me. Thomas didn't know that. I tell y'all that to say this. I'm conquering my life. I'm living my life. People say, well, you need to be stable. Y'all, I'm 27. Stability is for the birds right now. I got a wife. I got a kid. I'm stable. Y'all understand what I'm saying. I'm stable in the sense of the word stable. I ain't out here just living, irresponsibly. But I'm conquering my life. If I want to stay in Denver, I'm going to stay in Denver for a year. If I want to move to Garland for the next year or 2 or 3, I'm going to do that because that's just what I want to do. I'm going to go what's best for my family. I'm conquering my life without apologizing for it. Do y'all hear me? That's the point. That even if you disagree with anything that I said, my point is to conquer your life, okay? The third point is to be you. Be you. Find yourself. I'm finding myself in Denver. These 8 months, now 9 months that I've been in Denver, I hadn't been closer to God. I hadn't known myself more. I am so close to God, I feel like I can touch his beard. Like, I feel you, like in a non-blasphemous way. So, like, seriously, y'all, and I'm finding myself. Y'all, I didn't even grow a beard since I've been up here. Like, this is crazy. Like, I'm finding who I am, and I am being myself. Those are the 3 things I want you to take away tonight. So that's it. That's all I got for you. That's all. I got so much more I want to say, but I'm gonna leave it at that. And I hope something that I have said is something that you can take with you and you can be inspired with in your life. So y'all, thank you for listening to me.
Amen, brother.
That's all I got.
God bless you, brother. Let's give Cordarius a round of applause. Let's give God a hand clap. How about that? Just for being who he is. Just overflowing his spirit in this virtual dimension, man. Cordarius, my brother, God bless you. I should have told you, he's very energetic. That's why Cordarius and I, we link up. We balance each other out. He's the exciting, the jubilant. I'm more of the laid back, relaxed, right type of guy. So I definitely appreciate you for what God is doing in your life and your family, man. It's amazing how God works things out, right? Providence, right? It was placed on my heart to bring Cordarius because I knew what he has gone through. I knew that we've been through some things individually and collectively, just as buddies, you know, and life is hard, but it makes a difference when we just talked about when you find people that are like-minded and you feel comfortable just being yourself in God. And a lot of times when we venture off into our own ministries, into a new job, a new city, people will question it. And I'm glad you brought up the mental health piece, man, because we hit that hard here on Thursday nights about a month ago, right? Carlotta, about a couple months ago, Sister Montgomery, living a life beyond that stigma, right? And this coincides with that, right? It's having that person that you trust, right, to sit next to you, to talk to. And you're right, a lot of times, you know, people do not have the capacity to really hear our brain dumps, right? And a lot of times we just want to vent. And so a lot of times, and I appreciate you because I can go to Cordarius and call him and say, hey, bro, I got this going on. Hey, I'm worried. I'm getting older now. I'm single. You know, things happen. Life happens. But I'm reminded in his word that, you know, we are delayed, but we're not denied. And we can't put a comma. We can't put a period where God puts a comma. You know, but I'm not going to ramble on. But man, you spoke to me tonight. And if you did not, I tell you, if you did not get anything from tonight, I'm going to allow you to kind of share your takeaway because we have a couple of minutes and I want to transition. But I want to hear from you, crew, the home team, about what this word meant to you. Like, what can you take away tonight that you can carry out if God wakes us up on tomorrow? Because I'm pretty sure all of us have grown, just like a plant, right? If you don't treat it, don't take care of it, it decays, it withers away. And so our minds should always be continually edified and strengthened by the word. And so tonight I'm going to open up the floor. We got 2 minutes, so let's make haste. And we got another special announcement that needs to be delivered tonight. So biggest takeaway, Carlotta.
Yes, Carlotta. Thank you, Cordarius, for sharing that. It hit the dome. It hit the dome. I also deal with anxiety. And so being patient with yourself. I get it with the making mistakes and everything. I hate making mistakes. I am always hard on myself. So thank you so much for sharing that because I'm definitely going to take that with me.
Got time for about one more. If anyone would like to share your biggest takeaway. Okay. How's everybody doing? How's everybody feeling right now? Anybody feeling okay? Got some hand claps. Awesome. Cordarius, hey, if you don't mind, would you share your contact information like social media or email if one will have questions about your ministry? I know you do a lot of online stuff. You know, you're doing a fast on social media, but it'll be great for the folks to kind of follow the message. There we go.
All right, yeah, most definitely. So I'm sharing it in the chat, my phone number. I know if you have questions for me, please feel free to reach out. That's my email if you want to do it. I'm a personable person or whatever. So feel free to text me, ask me how I'm getting through anxiety because it would be a shame for me if I don't, if I don't help you. I got a couple books I bought. I sent them to Thomas. Well, I sent the picture up. Yeah, these books are everything and they speak. So hit me up and I'll shoot you the book name. I'll let you know things of that nature. So my phone number is there in the chat. My email is in the chat there as well. And like he said, I'm fasting from social media right now. I'm on it, but I'm not posting or liking statuses or anything. So I don't know. When God tells me it's over, it's over. I've been about a month now. So when it's over, when it's over, it's over. So, but follow me, Cordarius Dwayne Williams on Facebook. I don't even know my Instagram handle or my Snapchat or my Twitter or my TikTok. Anyway. So look me up on Facebook or whatever, Cordarius Dwayne Williams. That's me. Whatever, yeah. So that's how you get in contact. Feel free to text me if you got questions about life and how to beat life. I don't know the answers. So if you got those questions, I'm gonna let you know. I don't know the answers, but I can tell you what I'm doing. So.
Oh, for sure.
Cordarius, do you feel like that fast has anything to do with you being so refreshed?
Oh, yes, wholeheartedly. Wholeheartedly.
Amen. Man, the level of teaching and informational just dialogue that took place tonight, somebody ought to pass the plate. I know it's not Sunday, but anyway. But this is good. I want to thank you all tremendously for taking time out to hang with us at the Crew, to just really just be open and hearing what God has to say to us on tonight. It's good to meet. I know everybody has busy lives during the week, but it's always good to come together and take a break from our busy lives, from the hustle and bustle of life, to come together and receive information that coincides and make Jesus relatable, most importantly. So we thank you. Give yourself a round of applause, pat on the back for hanging out with us. So now we're going to transition. We have another special guest in the building, and she is also an ETU alumni. She's one of my good friends, sister in the counseling realm, Shamaya Williams. She's in the building. She has been doing amazing work, not only just in mental health, but in her communities. And she starting up, I'm going to allow her to kind of expound more of it, but I just want to bullet point some things. She started up Jesus Girl LLC, and she's also the founder and creator of the mental health and faith-based communities, bridging the gap between mental health and religion. And we all know that's a hot topic, and that's something that's really growing in a high need in a lot of faith-based communities. So she's the face behind all of those things, and she has a mentoring initiative that she's starting up for all young women ages 13 to 25. So let's give her our full attention and listen up. If you're listening, please take part in hearing what's happening in the community. So at this time, Shamaya, y'all welcome her. Y'all welcome Shamaya at this time to the virtual open mic night stage. Shamaya, how you doing, sis?
I am doing well. This is so awesome. I love spaces like these, and I think that I'm all for it. I'm an advocate for spaces as such to talk about certain topics, especially mental health. I think that is so important, and just talking about God and our faith, because when we read the Word of God, we find a lot of mental health, a lot of needs that can be met through the Word of God to maintain stability and all of that good stuff. So thank you so much, Thomas, for allowing me the opportunity to be able to announce the upcoming mentorship. Just to give a little background about me, I am a aspiring licensed mental health professional, and I love speaking. I love helping people, and I just love God, and I love to praise dance, liturgical dancing. I haven't done it in a while because of the pandemic, but I look forward to getting back into that very soon. I like to basically work with women specifically. And so in 2018, I started Coffee and Conversation once a month. I publish a little journal for ladies to kind of write, and it's actually right here, ladies to kind of write out, their feelings and kind of read prayers to kind of help them maintain stability with God, their relationship with God. And so I decided to do Coffee and Conversation, and we were meeting at a coffee shop once a month. And so it just became something big. And so I ended up just continuing doing it. And I saw a lot of positive results. I saw a lot of connections. I mean, there's one particular lady, a group of women who became friends, who actually started a business together. And so I thought that was cool. So I ended up establishing the purpose behind Coffee and Conversation, which is to build purposeful relationships and gain healing through conversation. And so later on during the pandemic, long story short, I decided to take the ministry, the business to the next level by starting Jesus Girl Enterprise LLC. And we found this out of a pure passion for women across the world. Our goals, our ambitions, our inspirations have come together to form a truly amazing company that will impact women in the faith community. Jesus Girl Enterprise stands on biblical principles that allows women the opportunity to grow spiritually, build legacy, and heal mentally. We believe in loyalty and consistency in serving God's spiritual daughters. So with that being said, one way to maintain consistency in serving God's daughters is mentorship. We need support, we need all kinds of things, goals, goal setting, and ways to organize, to set SMART goals for yourself. Talk about, different types of things that young people go through. And so on the flyer, we have here leadership and career development. So we have ways to discover your purpose. And we also will be talking about bullying and social media. We also will be sharing about identifying inner and outer beauty, interactive groups. We will host once a month Saturday group interactions with others. And so this is where young ladies will establish and build new relationships outside of their everyday life. And then we're going to do one-on-one mentoring. So if there are ladies that would like, one-on-one guidance, we will provide that as well. And then we'll do weekly check-ins. And so we will, check in, prayer calls, and we will end our mentorship with a big community service project. And that will be kind of voted on with the majority of the mentors about, what do they like to do and what do they desire to do. And so the age group for this particular mentorship program is from 13 to 25. And so we will split up the groups. And so if you would like more information, you can go to our website at www.jesusgirlenterprise.org, or you can email us at sorry. You can email us at jesusgirlenterprisellc@gmail.com. So that's all I have. Thank you so much, Thomas, for allowing me the opportunity to be able to share.
You're welcome, Shemaya. I love that very much. Congratulations and God bless you for giving you the foresight to create something so timely such as this. And we're going to share this information.
Thank you so much.
Somebody, right, a young woman who desires that woman, right, figure to steer them in the right direction, right, so they can live a life unapologetically. Ain't that right, Cordarius? Live a life, be you, right? So all of this coincides from what you heard by Cordarius and what Shemaya is providing the community. And again, it's virtual. So you ought to give her a hand clap for making this happen virtually so that she can meet people where they are and people can feel comfortable receiving the help that we are all in dire need of. And so shout out to Shemaya, shout out to Cordarius for for them sharing the word in their own unique way. So Shemaya, I don't know if I caught this, but how can folks be referred to you? Just simply email, correct?
Yes, absolutely. Email. You can email me at jesusgirlenterprisellc@gmail.com. And then also towards the end of mentorship, because this is a 4-month mentorship program. So we'll meet once a month, we'll do weekly check-ins, and as well as we'll have prayer calls. And so when they come in, they will get like some material that they can hold on to, as well as a mentee shirt and a certificate of completion once they complete the full 4 months of the program.
Awesome. And I know you mentioned the community service project. So you mentioned age range about 25, so they should be in college. So could they use this as a supplement for community service?
Absolutely.
Like service learning projects and things of that nature, so they can talk about that.
Yes, I would love to sign on any paperwork of, community service. No problem. Absolutely.
Are there any questions, crew, guests? Do y'all have any questions for Shemaya while she's on the call? She provided her contact information, but while she's on, do y'all have any questions for her at this time for her? Not again, you can contact her, you can contact me directly. Okay, we have a comment. Sister Montgomery, she asks, what is your contact information in the chat? So I guess you can put that in there. In web. Okay. So Sister Montgomery, everybody, so our phone number is in the chat. since Montgomery, I'm gonna see you taking it down. So thank you so much, Shemaya, for this. We're going to take this information. I have the flyer. We're going to share it to our communities, and let's be a blessing to others. And so this is one of the functions that we can provide here at the Crew as resource. So again, you know, if you need mentorship, last week we had Andrew Morris talk about raising the bridge. That's starting up, and then we have Shemaya Forever Evolving mentorship happening now. And so think about it. If you know of a young person, a cousin, a nephew, grandchildren that are seeking mentorship beyond the household, you want to get them connected to somebody else that will help steer them the right direction and help them grow, not go, but grow through life. You have one of the best in the communities here to serve. All right, so we're going to wrap up. We're doing really good on time, it's 8:13. And so I don't want to keep y'all too long, but I want to pray over you all before we wrap up. I don't have any more announcements here at the Crew, but I want to wrap up with the word of a prayer. I want to pray us on out. But before I do that, does anybody have any prayer requests for themselves on behalf of someone else? If so, you may unmute yourself and make that known.